What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got one going over my friend's Block 2 here. He was gracious enough to let me borrow it for the purpose of this video. We're out here at the pit again, shooting, so you're going to see some LMT content, Block 2 content. Today, we're going to talk about the Block 2. Nightforce Atacr. This is the 1-8, I believe. Yeah, 1-8 Atacr. This guy is pretty good. I would put this on any of your like 5.56 recce rifles or SPRs. It is sitting in a LaRue SPR 1.5 mount. All the clone guys down below can tell me whether this is correct or not. The glass clarity on this is awesome. All the Nightforce stuff is really, really good. On the back here, we're running just a standard B5 SOP mod stock. I'm not a huge fan of the crane stocks with the super fat cheek weld spots. I like kind of the slimmer stocks like the BCM and the Magpul CTRs that are like super slim. I like the way those feel personally, but obviously this is my rifle. So far, this is actually really comfortable to shoot. This gun is quite heavy, but it shoots quite soft. So the B5 SOP mod cushions a lot of the recoil, even though this gun doesn't really have any. Now, moving up front here, this is kind of your standard setup that you see a lot of the Block 2s coming out in reference pictures with a full power PEG 15, some sort of Surefire light, Tango down stubby, and then an RC2. This is the Surefire dual switch. I've used these in the past. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm not a huge fan of these personally. Full power PEG 15, there's not really much to talk about. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. It's a laser. It does laser things at night under night vision. Works quite well. Compared to my full power Raid, I wouldn't really use one of these, just how feature rich the Raid is compared to a PEG 15. But if you're on a budget, I think the PEG is a great option. So it is a proven system. It is reliable. And they are quite cheap nowadays, about 1,900 bucks for a full power unit on the gray market. So compared to the Raid X, you know, the cost is kind of what puts it in its own category versus like NGALs and the Raid X and the newer systems. Now, Surefire light on the side here, not really much to talk about. The Surefire stuff is always quite good in my opinion. I think it's the industry standard when it comes to rifle mounted lights or pistol lights. Some can argue streamlight and stuff. I just don't swing that way. I like the Surefire stuff. It's expensive. The runtime is kind of crappy for what it is, but any Surefire light, or I know Mod Light is also another good one. So RC2, everybody knows it's kind of the king of do-it-all cans, where it's not the quietest, not the loudest, not the lightest, not the heaviest, but you could beat someone over the head with it and probably take them out, and it'll last for years and years and years. It is quite gassy on most guns. I will say this gun, being a 14.5 carbine length gas system with the RC2, is quite pleasant. If you start popping rounds off really fast, it does get a little gassy, but it is very, very manageable. And this is kind of a rifle that you're not going to be ripping rounds particularly fast. I would imagine you would more so carry this with you in the backwoods and you would shoot a couple rounds off at a time, but you can run this thing on 1 power and absolutely rip it. That is the Daniel Defense 14.5 Block 2, graciously loaned to me by my buddy Nate from Keystone Dynamic Solutions. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in the video, but this is a fully assembled Daniel Defense upper receiver group. So it's all Daniel Defense parts on just a mil-spec lower. In terms of clone correctness, you guys can correct me in the comments. I'd say it's close enough clone, as most of the clone guns on my channel are close enough clone correct guns. But if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, guys, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.